If you manage stock, which means you hold inventory from suppliers or surplus stock from previous jobs, you will need a process to release this to new jobs. The process of allocating your stock is managed through purchasing. There are two ways to purchase stock. Auto on demand. This is buying stock from suppliers. Stock allocation. This buys stock from your inventory for a job. If you are purchasing stock from a supplier, it may be delivered directly to a job site, or you may choose for it to be delivered to your warehouse. So you can arrange delivery to the job site at a later date. In this video, I'm going to introduce you to the Picking and Dispatch widget, where you can track what materials are being delivered to the job site, what is waiting delivery from a supplier, and which materials are in your warehouse waiting to be released. This video will give you an overview of the Picklist and Dispatch widget, which explains the menu, buttons, and display. There are two ways to release materials to the job site using this widget. Each of these processes have a video for you to learn more. Quick release process. This option is the fast-track process that requires minimal system administration. Manage picklist process. If you require a picklist for a delivery driver, or you need to use an external courier to deliver materials to the job site, you would follow this process. Please note, when you purchase materials from a supplier, you can skip these processes by selecting the purchase order to be automatically released to the job site when it is created or received. The Picklist and Dispatch is used when you want to control and manage materials being delivered. To get started, go to the job pipeline in the main navigation. Go to the Picklist and Dispatch tab. Let's start with the menu on the left. This menu can be customized under the taxonomy module. Watch the job pipeline taxonomy to customize these options. In Builder's Excellence, jobs are grouped by development type and stage. You can also click all jobs to view every stage in one list. If you click on a job, all the contract items under the job will be displayed. Alternatively, you can click on Expand All button to open all jobs. If the job is expanded, the filters at the top will search all the contract items across all the expanded jobs. The contract items will only be displayed if the Use in Picklist and Dispatch field under the contract item is ticked. This field is auto-populated from the associated product. If an item needs to be removed from this pipeline, you can tick the checkbox of the line item and choose to Remove from Picklist and Dispatch button at the top. This will remove the item from the pipeline view. By unticking this box, this means you do not need to manage the item under the Picklist and Dispatch process. Please note, you should not use the Remove feature for materials that need to be delivered. Instead, use the Quick Release option to ensure stock calculations are updated. The Remove feature is ideal for items you decide to include within your subcontractor purchases. If you need to purchase the items, this widget provides a shortcut to the purchasing widget. Tick the items you want to buy and click on the Open Purchasing button. Watch the Creating Purchase Orders video for more information. If you want to check your existing stock before deciding to purchase, you can either click on the circle under the individual row, and the stock information will pop up. The circle will be updated with the available stock and color-coded as follows. Red is stock not available, amber is stock waiting to be received, and green is stock available. Alternatively, you can select multiple products and use the Check Warehouse Stocks button. This will update all the selected items at once. Let's look at this pop-up in more detail. From here you can see the stock on hand for each warehouse, but also stock to be received from supplier purchases and stock on demand from other jobs. Committed stocks is the quantity allocated to jobs or transfers, which leaves the available quantity. Under the job row is a blue circle. This button extends the stock check to show you inventory under different warehouses, including warehouses allocated to different entities. This feature is used to transfer stock, including inter-company transfers. These processes support the financial reconciliation involved in transfers for accurate accounting. Watch the transfer videos for more information. If you want to use this stock as you haven't already purchased the materials, you can use the Allocate Quantity button. This button will automatically raise an internal purchase order for the job, receive and allocate the materials to this job. This shortcuts the purchasing process and ensure your job budget reflects stock allocated from your warehouse. Let's now look at the columns. The created date and job stage relates to the job. You can also use the Comments widget to add job notes, files, and send messages. Watch the Using the Comments widget for more information. The expected delivery may be useful for small construction, maintenance, or trade jobs that require the materials to be delivered on the same day. At the end are 5 quantity values. Sold is the estimate quantity. Allocated is the stock received from purchases and allocated to the job. When the full quantity sold is allocated, this will be replaced with a green tick. If the quantity is picked using one of the processes mentioned earlier, this number will be updated or ticked green if complete. The release quantity is the amount delivered to the job site. And the final column displays the quantity that is allocated but not yet released. This quantity is ready to be delivered. These quantities listed under the individual items and subtotaled on the job row. If quantities are continuously being updated, click on Recalculate Quantities to check the current counts. Under the items, you can see the item, product, and contract. These names are linked to the related records. Next is the values related to the item, including the item value from the estimate, paid invoices against that item, leaving balance owed from clients. To help you manage your items, you can change the pipeline colors. Watch the video on editing pipeline colors to learn how to configure these. Remember, you can also use workflow rules to automate the colors. To manage your stock calculations, your order is linked to a warehouse, but the warehouse can be updated from here if required. For example, some stock may be held in the trade or supervisor's vans, which is a mobile warehouse. The delivery status helps track where the item is at, and if any have been packaged. For example, on this item, 300 were sold. They have all been picked, and 300 are currently packaged in the warehouse and waiting to be released. Finally, in this column, the costs you budgeted against any PO values and bills paid. Any purchase orders created are displayed here with a link to see more information. Now you've had the tour of the Picklist and Dispatch widget. Watch the following videos to learn more about the processes involved. Quick release process. Manage Picklist process. Stock allocation process. Warehouse transfers. Intercompany transfers.